Started the computer earlier. There we are.
Okay.
All right. Shalom, everyone.
Shalom.
We apologize for the tardiness. I guess we'll wait for a couple of people to come in.
Okay. Until then, you want to order a drink real quick?
Sure.
Okay. Go get us a drink and we'll get it. Welcome. Welcome to our live Soulful sit downs. Let us know if you're hearing us clearly. Body, I want the drink we had yesterday. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. Amadi's ordering us a juice, a fresh juice. So, and then he'll be right back. But thank you all for coming in. Can someone just send us a quick message real quick? We have 2 thumbs up. Thank you for your thumbs up as you come in. But if you can just send us a message, because I know it was spinning when we were coming in. The internet was spinning. So we want to make certain that we're coming through loud and clear. Okay. Okay. No one's saying anything, so we're going to go ahead and go ahead on and get started. We know we haven't been here. We weren't here last Sunday or the Sunday before last. Decided to coordinate the Soulful sit downs twice a month with the Brothers Keeper, since we're out here anyway. We realized that it was just too taxing. We work Monday through Friday. Saturday is our Sabbath, so we're unable to do work or get things done. So Sunday has become like one of our get it done days. So we just can't dedicate every Sunday to a soulful sit down. So that's why you haven't seen us. And Amadi hadn't been feeling well. So you guys send some positive out, feeling better. But for those who may be new to our channel, we are our journey towards Eden. We are our journey towards Eden. And the purpose of our channel is to support the repatriation of the children of the formerly enslaved Africans who were taken. That you would like, share, and subscribe. And anything else you would like to add before we get started?
No, nothing else. I'm sure you covered it all already.
Okay, okay. So as you come in, someone please just let us know if you're hearing us before we get started.
A simple thumbs up or anything would suffice.
Yeah, we have how many thumbs up already?
We have 3 thumbs up. I'm
3?
saying inside the comments.
Yeah, okay. He's saying a thumbs up inside the comments. Okay. Okay.
Oh, well, I guess we'll just.
Yeah, we'll just go ahead on and get started. We're assuming that, I don't know. Hopefully you all are hearing us, okay? So the topic today, you want to...
I'll go right here.
Okay, so our topic today is why the Black... okay.
Yeah.
I have to look at exactly how I wrote it. Why Black liberation movements fail. That's a deep topic. Why Black liberation movements fail.
There are a number of reasons.
Yes. So before we go into it, let's just talk about all of the Black movements or liberation movements.
Okay.
Okay. We had Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. We had Marcus Mosiah Garvey.
Mm-hmm.
We had the Black Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
We had Kwame Nkrumah. He tried to unite.
Mm-hmm.
Blacks all over, or Africans all over. Um, so let's just go with, those. Can you think of any other? No. Okay, you all right?
I'm good.
Okay, Amadi. Okay. So anyway, so let's just talk about it. And we are on the ground here trying to do some of what our forefathers have done, and that's bring our people together and build our people up.
Mm-hmm.
And we've kind of studied Black Wall Street,
Mm-hmm.
how it was done,
Mm-hmm.
and that's another liberation movement that was successful, but it was
Yeah, that was torn down
it
by
was
the
torn
others.
down. And I think Rosewood was another one.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, all through our history there's been liberators, liberation, and it's always sabotaged and torn down.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to talk about why Black liberation movements fail. So, number one,
Oh, the powers that be don't really want us to be liberated
they don't want us to be liberated. Okay,
for a number of
for a
reasons.
number of reasons. One reason is jealousy. They know who we are.
Absolutely, they know who we are.
They know who we are. Many of us don't know who we are, but they know who they are, who we are.
And they know who they are.
Yeah, yeah, they know
That's
who
fair
they are too.
statement.
Yeah, yeah. But they know when they took us, they knew who they were taking.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't just people that they took, it was knowledge,
Yes.
information, um, priesthoods.
They wanted our intellect.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm going to give an example of my father's surname is Asante. However, there's white people in America with an Asante, and it's a royal Asante name,
Mm-hmm.
right? And yet there's white people in America with that very same name. How did they get
So
it?
they took it on.
They took it,
Yeah.
you know? So they took more than just bodies.
Mm-hmm.
They took lineages, they took royal people, they took royal ideals, and had us to build for them what our ancestors had built for us to
Mm-hmm.
enjoy before we were taken.
Correct. It's a connection.
Can we get one person to let us know you hear us? One person. One person just to let us know that you're hearing us clearly. We hate to go through this whole process and nobody hears us.
Yeah. If the video was lagging real
Yeah,
bad.
every once in a while we get a message saying that the video is not good. So, can we get one person? Okay.
I guess not.
Okay. Well, we're
Can
going
I
we're
get a
we're going to just keep going, even if we're talking to ourselves. It's a good conversation to have. Okay. So, yes. So they're jealous. They want our anointing. They want our crown. You know.
Mhm.
But also they need us. They've capitalized on us. They need our intellect. They needed our land.
They can't do nothing on their own.
They needed the resources.
Bring absolutely nothing to the table.
Yes. They needed our resources. Everything that they create was created. They just took it and embellished it, right?
Or just took it on as their own.
Or took it on as their own, but down to toothpaste. They uncovered, somebody, excuse me, what does that say, babe?
We are hearing you. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so welcome. But they uncovered books in Timbuktu, which was the first university, which was a African university in Mali. And they uncovered books and even things as simple as the charcoal toothpaste that they sell for $7 a tube.
$12. What you talking about?
That recipe was in a Malian book, one of the books. I mean, it's just so many simple things that, so they need us. They need our intellect. They need our resources. They need our land. They need our body. They need our seed. They need our children. They need everything to survive because
From us.
from us. That's why it's important to them. That's why the powers of be do not want to see us succeed. And that's why they go through so many lengths: COVID tests, shot, vaccinations, all of this stuff to keep us from moving and reconnecting and to our source. Well, our source is the Most High, but there's things in this earth or on this continent that we need to be reconnected to before we can go into our full power.
And a lot of that is to control population as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we talked about pretty much the two main reasons that it fails, and these are external powers, right? The jealousy, wanting to be us, but not wanting to carry the cross we have to carry.
No, they don't want any.
They
of the
don't want to
pain
carry
now.
the cross, but they want the glory, And then the capitalism, So now the next point, which is point number 2, why Black liberation movement fails, is inside interference. So we're going to talk about some of the internal issues that we deal with and why the Black liberation movement fails. Okay. So one of those is the same as the outside, and that's we don't appreciate each other. We become jealous of others people's abilities, anointings, instead of getting connected ourselves with the supreme most. Instead of being connected to the Most High and receiving our downloads, putting in the work, so that we can be our better selves. Many of us look at other people who do that. They get jealous, not understanding that the anointing is not in that person. I mean, it's in that person, but it's not that person. It's coming from the Most High.
And when it comes to anointing and being blessed to have the ability to create, just because you steal an idea doesn't mean it's going to be successful.
Yeah.
You can give 5 people the exact same recipe, and I guarantee you that all 5 dishes will taste different. It's all in what the individual brings to the table and what they put into it. The exact same recipe, but I guarantee you it won't taste the same. There'll be some small nuances that are different.
Exactly. One might whip it a little longer if it's a cake. One might whip it a little longer so it's fluffier.
Yeah, it will not taste the same.
Yeah, it's the unique abilities and the anointings that's put in a person to achieve a thing.
Correct.
So that's one of the things we see a lot here on the ground. A lot of jealousy.
But and a lot of idea appropriation.
Yeah,
I call it appropriation.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's okay for people to have some of the same ideas.
Yes.
But when it comes to the point where it's unhealthy competition, I don't even see it as competition. I use this analogy. When you go down the bread aisle, there's 10 different types of bread. And yes. Have you named this drink yet?
No, I haven't give the name because we're waiting for the menu. When the
Okay.
then we can be able to. I can give them. the
Okay.
names.
Until then, we'll tell the people to come down to the soul food joint and order the fasu,
Or
the
Dennis,
fansu.
Dennis,
Order
Dennis.
order the Dennis.
yeah.
Ask for the Dennis, you guys. This is the best juice ever. And it's 100% natural,
Mhm.
no sugar added. It's
Delicious.
awesome. It's so good. It makes you wonder. It's like I had to call him and say, okay, what's in this? Is it sugar? Is it some Kool-Aid? What is it?
It's like a little Kool-Aid.
It tastes like a high-end Kool-Aid,
Mhm.
like a really high-end, refreshing Kool-Aid. But okay,
Back to idea of corporation.
yes. So it's nothing. You go down the aisle and you see 5-10 different types of bread, but everyone don't like the same bread.
Correct.
Me and Amadi, we like tapalapa. People like
Simple.
sinful.
Mhm.
Some people like couscous bread. Some people like the French baguettes.
Mhm.
But when we go to the bread store, they have all of them.
Correct.
So it's not good when you can have some of the same ideas and you can execute some of the same ideas, but you can still support each other.
Absolutely.
You know,
You don't have to go with the same exact idea to go in direct competition with someone that's, within the same community.
yes,
Because at that point it's redundant and it's not really resolving any issues. Actually, it's causing conflict.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's another thing that tears down the movement is when we don't support each other.
Correct.
Now, let me and Amadi explain to you what we mean about support. Support isn't me supporting you only. Support is reciprocating. We have reciprocity. We have a lot of people who want us to support them, but they don't want to be in acha. They don't want to be in the directory. They don't want to support us there. They don't want to come to Brothers Keeper, and which I mean is 100% free, and support the movement there, which builds Black Wall Street.
Mhm.
They don't want to use Mama Land at all, or even give us a chance. You'd be surprised at the people who have not even sat down with us, who know what we do,
Mhm.
but want us to come and support you. We're not doing that.
Yeah.
We're not going to let people take advantage of us, but yet they don't want to support anything we do, and that's what we see here. We see a lot of people saying they always at the soul food joint. They don't support nobody. No.
Couldn't be more untrue.
It's very untrue.
Yeah.
When we got here, we went and supported. We went and supported. But the ones who we saw, that we said, you know what? This is something we can build. This is called kingdom building.
Correct.
It's not kingdom building when you're the only one receiving. Right? So that's one of the things. And you guys talk back to us, please. Talk back to us. But that's one of the major things we see here is there's no support. We have, when we first came here, we went to the only organization that we knew of was Code. We went to that meeting twice. Okay. We never joined Code because Code was heavy political, right? It was heavy political, and we have been cautioned not
stay away from politics.
Stay away from politics.
Yes.
Right.
And there was no other organization.
Yeah, there was no other organizations. So we started Brothers Keeper in hopes to eventually, if the parties of Code was interested, that we could come together and do some things together, but we wanted to stay from politics.
But
right?
we wanted Brothers Keeper to be a landing spot for when people came, when they repatriated back to Gambia, that there was a group that they could be associated with to help them throughout the everyday issues that could come along with repatriation.
Yeah, and free of charge.
And it's free of
We
charge.
don't have a problem with people collecting money, but we wanted something. We
Correct.
didn't want no one to have an excuse saying, they can't afford.
Correct. So all the
membership.
small things, the issues that we had gone through from day one, when we landed here, the people that that we reached out to try to assist us, though initially, we didn't have anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And so once we got through that first month, we was like, you know what, we can't let this continue to happen. So we started Brothers Keeper in order to keep that from happening to the people coming from behind us.
Mm-hmm.
That's coming from behind us.
Yeah.
Well, coming behind us, actually.
Yeah. And instead of people coming and saying, you know what, I like your group, we will can we come and attend? Can we make some suggestions? Instead of doing that, you have people duplicating exactly what is already here and sending us an invitation to come. I'm like, are you kidding me?
I haven't quite figured that out yet.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
I'm not even
duplicating,
trying to.
And even on our news feeds. I mean, on our feeds, our Brothers Keeper feeds, we tried to start a Susu. Nobody was interested. But then you see these other groups doing the exact same thing we're doing and starting Susus, and people are sending us invitations asking us to come. And I'm like, okay, as if our hands aren't full enough, but it's like dividing the movement, each to its own, but we're talking about why Black liberation movements fail.
Well,
We're not upset with anyone. We're explaining and talking this through.
in my opinion, I'm just gonna put it out there. When things like that take place, for me, you're not really concerned or considering the movement. To me, those are selfish actions. To me, those are actions that you're really not concerned about the growth and the advancement of the movement. Those are selfish, because why go recreate the wheel when the wheel is already there?
Yeah.
Now you can go create a destination for the wheel to get to,
Mm-hmm.
but the wheel is already there. So enrolling.
Yeah.
So why go and recreate the wheel when it's established?
Exactly. And I'm gonna parlay that into Carifica. We're very grateful. There's a young man that came, and he had the same vision as we did. However,
So this one is seasonal because it only at this time of the year we can get this one.
so
So
you're gonna let us taste this one?
Yeah, you can just have that one.
Okay,
Oh,
Abada
Kabake.
Kabake. Okay. Mm-hmm. That's good too.
Is that bob or?
I think that has boab in it. But the young man actually met us, and we realized we were doing the same thing, and we had the same vision. We came together.
Correct.
We came together, and he's actually Carifica is another group. It's for the ones who want to have a membership and be part of something even bigger, taking the Wall Street even further.
Correct.
And we're working cohesively.
Correct.
Together, and that's what we're saying. We're not saying that people can't do something a little different. But what we're saying is everything that we're doing should be talking to each other, and it should be each one should be building and supporting the other group.
It should be a gear within the main frame of the mechanism.
Absolutely.
One gear.
Exactly.
And all gears work together to turn the machinery.
Exactly.
But if you have a separate gear out there doing his own thing, you're just out there spinning.
Exactly.
You're not impacting anything.
Has something really interesting. Shalom.
Hello, how are you?
And then another group has something really interesting. And then another group has something interesting. And people are so torn. It's just distorting the whole. Carifica did.
Yeah.
They were like, okay, you all meet on the second and the fourth Sundays. We're going to meet on the third Sundays.
Correct.
And everything is just cohesive. Nobody's competing. I mean, we were never competing, but it wasn't scattering the flock.
Correct.
Exactly.
It's divide and conquer.
Dividing each other.
You know,
Yeah.
well, I'll take my faction over here, and then this person get their faction and take them over there.
Yes.
And then this person get their faction and take them there, and now there's out just spinning,
Exactly.
not having an impact on anything.
Exactly. And then wonder why the support isn't there.
Yeah.
Because the flock has been scattered, and then there's schisms that comes in, and then people don't want to be a part of it at all because they're like,
Correct.
there's schisms. So,
Correct.
you know, these are things that, you know, we really need to work on as a people if we're going to continue trying to liberate as a collective. Okay. Another issue that causes the movement to fail is leadership. We've witnessed good leaders, and we've witnessed corrupt leaders. Some people can't get with certain groups because of blatant corruption. You know, yeah, this is blatant corruption, and we get that. But there are organizations out here, you know, that's they're not just taking your money, and if they're taking it, there's value added.
Correct.
You'll know exactly,
where it's going and what it's doing.
Exactly.
Yes.
So that is another, you know, facet. People have to, you have to have good, solid leaders and trust.
Correct.
Trust is a big factor. And, you know, I believe that's something many of us, if not most of us, need to work on, because we have been taught not to trust each other. We will go by and go into a bank and do business with the white man, but then we go in to do business, do something with the black man. They want your blood. They want the blood covenant and all that before they even move forward with you.
Right.
So that's something that we have to work on. Me and Amani were called agents by someone here local. I'm like, are you kidding me?
That still tickles me to this day.
If we were agents, we would have a place right here on the beach. We wouldn't come cheap. If we were agents, we wouldn't come cheap, and we wouldn't be driving what we driving if we were an agent. So let that be known. If we were agents, we wouldn't come cheap.
I think those are just hurt feelings that was talking, but it was still funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
it was hilarious, actually.
Well, you know what? Sometimes when people say something,
it's out of the abundance of the heart.
Yeah.
Mouth speak.
Not only that, sometimes other people may have said it, or they've said it to other people.
No, yeah, true.
You know, so it's something that has to be addressed, in my opinion. You know, greed.
Okay.
That's another reason movements fail. Is, you know, people can start something with the greatest intentions, but when sometimes when they see
some hollis floating
around, when they see the possibilities, and then they have a great need on the ground, sometimes they can get a little distorted. It doesn't mean that they intended to do, but we've seen some people that we, you know, thought were really good people, and we've seen greed take a hold, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that we need to really work on, is why are we in these, why are we coming together?
And that's why it's good to have checks and balances. It's not good to be a lone ranger out there, because if there's temptation that's out there and there's no oversight, no accountability, no one to really say, hey, what you're doing, where it's going, usually it's not going to end up well. But if there's checks and balances within an organization, usually, you know, sometimes you have more than one person that's corrupt. It happens.
Yeah.
But if there's checks and balances, if you have a couple of people that have integrity, usually they can deter those type of things from happening.
Yeah. And that's one of the things. Now, we don't take money in Brothers Keeper. And so far, Carifica, they haven't either, but they will have um, a membership fee eventually. But there's board of directors from every continent. We have a board of directors from the UK, from Canada, from America, from
Here in
Gambia.
Yeah.
So it's a good consensus of boards of directors that have come together to execute the vision of this group.
Correct.
So that's important.
Mhm.
It's important to have diversity because in your board of directors, you want people with different perspectives.
Correct. And
You
you have
know,
checks and balances.
and checks and balances. So, and one day we're going to have to interview Yuri.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll have to
I agree with
interview
that.
him because we want to help promote this group because they are a part of Brothers Keeper,
Mhm.
and they are actually, uh, I say the brain.
Mhm.
Our Brothers Keeper is more like the body. We bring the people in.
Mhm.
It's a support base. It's a
Correct.
networking. But when you want to go further and more get involved, then that's when we
Correct.
you go to Carifica. And so it's going to require.
Carifica can have a larger impact on the community.
Absolutely, it can. So Carifica is actually the vision that we had.
Mhm.
We just hadn't got to the point of executing it in the manner in which they had, and they already had the system.
So why recreate?
Why
the wheel?
create it? We're not afraid of collaborating with our brothers and sisters.
Correct.
If you can do something better, so be it, especially if it's for the collective.
Correct.
Okay. um Agents from within.
Mm.
Be not deceived. There are some people who are sent that look like us, they talk like us, they act like us, but their intentions
All
are to destroy.
All skin folk ain't kin folk,
They're here to destroy.
and that's real.
It's true. It's true.
I mean, it's like when you said the different movements. You look at the number of agents that were with Martin Luther King.
Mm-hmm.
You look at the number of agents that was there the day Malcolm X was killed.
Yeah.
There were 9 different agents in that room, in that hall, the day Malcolm X was killed. And I really don't. Maybe a couple of them knew that the other was an agent. The others were just scattered within the group, and they didn't even know that each other was there. So it's just that many people that they send for us to make sure they can infiltrate our organizations and to make sure their success is not met.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Next one.
Yes.
The next one I didn't write down.
Ah.
But the next one is the movement should not be televised.
That's a good one.
That's why you have your private groups that you need people to support. That's where the building, the ideas, the networking, that's where the work is put in. Right?
Everything shouldn't be advertised.
Everything should not be televised. Right? So if you look at every race that's over here, you see the Chinese, you see the Lebanese, you see the Indians, you're beginning to see more whites, even from America coming, right? Do you see them televising everything?
They just move.
They have the private groups that people attend. And yeah, they probably have high membership fee just to see, are you serious? Because we can't I guess jeopardize the movement. We have to make certain that everyone has skin in the game and everyone's on the same plane, same thought process. But they don't televise it. I'm not saying that people should YouTube, but it's certain things on certain things about the movement that should not be televised.
A lot of things.
A lot of things.
I would say 90%.
Yeah. You
I
know.
mean, if y'all doing good in the community, that's okay.
Yeah.
But anything to do with planning and things of that nature,
where they can just sit and listen to everything.
Shouldn't be televised.
It shouldn't. It shouldn't. And that's why organizations code is political. If you want to do the political thing, that's the group. That's a good group to get in. But if you don't want the political and you just want the networking and the connections, brother's keeper, and we admonish you to go further into Carifica, which is the movers and the shakers is in Carifica. We get ready. It's time to work. It's like the people who joined Carifica, it's like we're tired of talking. It's time to put
it to action.
Put it to action.
That's right.
You have some like that in Brothers Keeper too. However, when Carifica came along, we surrendered some of the things that we wanted to do because they were doing it so perfectly.
Correct.
So it only made sense, you know. So you guys, you're welcome to talk back to us. We won't judge you. Say
silent.
Yeah, everyone just very, very quiet. Okay, so the final reason that I want, and if you think of another reason besides what we come up with, please put it in the chat. But another reason, or the final one I have written down on why the repatriation or why liberation movements, Black liberation movements fail is righteous leaders get tired. They get tired. If a person is in it for selfish reasons, man, they ain't gonna die. They gonna keep going. You know.
Just think about it. The Negroes was the reason Moses can go into the promised land.
Yeah, that's true.
Dealing with us.
That's true. Moses, Moses struck a rock, and he couldn't go into. He was like, he couldn't go into the promised land because of dealing with stiff-necked, negative people.
That's right.
But when you have righteous people doing it for free, you know, not asking for a dime, but yet they're talked about for what?
Can't say Nathan.
Hadn't hurt anyone. You may not like the sound of my voice, and that's fine. You may not like the way we look. You might not like the way we act. But what have we done to anyone?
Not a thing.
Not a thing. As a matter of fact, we've had a lot of stuff done to us. We've helped people get places for free. Barely a thank you and a block. A block.
Okay.
From somebody that we basically did so much. Yeah.
You got blocked?
Yes.
Oh, Lord.
Went and bought the refrigerator, the stove.
We're not gonna stop that.
No, I'm just saying. You know, if anybody has been mistreated, it's been the servants.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yes. But that's less that I have to worry about, you know. That's less that I have to worry about. But I'm bringing all this up to say that nobody wants to carry the cross, right? But when you get someone willing to carry the cross, they're crucified on the very cross that they're carrying. And many times they get weary and they stop. That's another reason the Black liberation movement fails. Because people get tired.
Because of, I ain't gonna say. I was about to say something in the eyes.
Oh, okay. No, don't say that. Yeah. What does that comment say?
It says, "Peace, King and Queen, miss you all."
Peace. Thank you so
Jamila,
much. Jimmy, thank you,
Yeah.
Jamila. And this is actually a short video, so I hope you've been here from the beginning, talking about why Black liberation movements fail. Okay, so Amadi, anything else you want to add before we wrote a take out after we talked about this? We came up with a takeaway on after reviewing or observing the external and the internal reasons why a repatriation movement failed. Oh, I forgot one.
What's that?
Attacks.
Internal and external.
Internal attacks. And when I say attacks, I'm talking about people threaten to hurt you. People threaten to take you out. That has happened to us. It has happened to us.
Why?
Okay? Why? From our own people. Why?
Well, I can say why because, well, I know one instance was because of accountability. You know, if I can't be associated with foolishness, and if you want me to be associated with foolishness, then I'm going to have to just go ahead and exit stage left, and I refuse to be a part of that. You know, so if you're looking for us to be a part and act as if it's okay of things that we know you doing wrong, I have intent of doing wrong, we're not going to participate. I will pull away quick, fast, and in a hurry. I'll be gone before quick get ready. If you're coming to do bad, if you're coming to do wrong, I'm not going to be a part of it. I don't care who you are.
Yes. And I explain to people like this, you know, there's many times that I just wanted to quit. I just really, really wanted to quit. And a lot of people say, don't quit, Awa, don't quit. But I explain it like this. A turtle has a shell for a reason. When a turtle feels safe, it comes out of its shell. But when it feels threatened, it's only natural and it's wise to go back into that shell. And unfortunately, that has happened for us.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons for a while you didn't see us.
Once bitten, twice shy.
Yes. And these are people that we trust.
You know, it's
people
sad.
Came in our house.
Okay, man. It's sad that we as a people are getting fired up over it. You know, we can't come together and build the way we should and could. You know, we have people, you have the others, you know, they come over here sitting in the sun looking like Run DMC tougher than leather, you know, looking like elbow, knee, and feet meat all around here. But they will come over here, they'll come together, and they will get things accomplished. We too busy being catty and going back and forth like we're on some kind of reality TV show. But I don't like reality TV show. This is real life.
Yeah.
This is not a show. We don't have producers writing out scripts, telling us who to act out with. No, this is real life.
Yeah.
So when things happen that's real, we're gonna have a real response. And if that means to pull away, you know, for our peace of mind, then we're gonna pull away.
And safety. And safety.
So Jennifer said white supremacy gave us a mental illness.
Yes.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, it travels with us everywhere. But remember, the first will be last and the last will be first. Absolutely.
Yes. Yes. And for the ones who are in the chat.
And Phyllis Payne Brown said, peace, family.
Oh, peace. Thank you, sis. For the ones who are in, we're not doing this to put a negative connotation on the movement. We're doing this to expose what goes on and why it affects the liberation of our people. And it's something that's happened over and over. It's not just here.
Mm-hmm.
It happened, in America.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about the UK or anywhere else because we that's not where we're from.
Mm-hmm.
But Martin Luther King and Malcolm X were killed. Malcolm X killed by his own people. Of course, we know the CIA had something to do with it.
Black Panthers.
Yeah, Black
He was
Panther.
killed. Well, the CIA killed him, but one of our own
Yeah, told them where to get
gave
them.
them the whole
Yeah.
map.
It's just a shame. People like that need lashing.
I need more than a lash.
They need lashing. And they're going to be judged. The people who turn on the movement and turn on good people, you will be judged. The Most High will judge you. Be careful who you come against. Because the people that the Most High are putting in place and moving and at the head of this movement, the Most High has anointed and appointed them. All of these people that have spoken into your lives, Black Acres, the Rivals, Eric and Nicole. I don't want to start naming people because I don't want to leave anyone out. But you need to watch who you put your hands on. Because these are the people the Most High that are fulfilling prophecy and are coming back, whether they're coming in the name of Israel, Moors, indigenous people, whatever name, African, whatever, we're all Africans.
Absolutely.
But whatever name you're coming out, whoever is moving you is, and you're making a positive change and influence to the movement, it's because you're operating in the abilities that the Most High gave you, and you have been called to do that. And the ones who are coming against these people, you better be careful.
Oh, hold on, let me tune the organ up.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that. It's just a passion.
Okay, so Madulam and blackness. I think you said it earlier. Lack of trust amongst us is one of our major issues.
Yes. That is true, but that doesn't give people a right to attack people and to threaten people. And even cause fear to come on people because they may not feel safe. That's demonic.
Mm.
So, Amadi, if you don't have anything else, do you have anything else to add?
Ooh, no.
I'm sorry. Sometimes I just feel it, So, what's our takeaway, Amadi? What's our takeaway from all of this?
I guess the takeaway would be that we just have to dig in and work that much harder, because we can't let a few come between the advancement of the people and the movement.
Okay.
You can't get weary and well doing and quit.
Mm-hmm. Okay. There's another comment.
We will reap if we faint not.
Yeah.
Let's see. Jamila Barakat said things need to be exposed. Contel Pro is real everywhere.
It is.
You all's energy is too strong for weak-spirited people. True Garveyism will always be attacked.
Wow.
That is true.
That's good. Thank you, sis.
That is true.
That's good. Now, Amadi told you what his takeaway is, and I'm going to tell you my takeaway, and I think it's going to be controversial, and a lot of people may not receive what I'm about to say.
Do I need to exit?
No. My takeaway is that Martin Luther King and Malcolm X tried to take too many with him. With them. Are they beneficial to us? Gone? Or would they been more beneficial if they would have taken their vision, took their family, and started their holy righteous seed, planted it on this soil, and did their work from here.
Wow.
It's something to think about. I mean, because if you look at what Martin Luther King did, great respect to the man, right? But integration is the worst thing that ever happened to the African.
Ooh. I can agree with that.
What if he would have took his ideals,
Brought him here to the mother.
brought him here?
Wow.
How many more people would he have reached?
How many more of us would already be here? Or
Exactly.
had been here?
Exactly. What if Malcolm X would have done the same, just in silence? Just took a few. I'm gonna use a good example. There's a group out of New York. They repatriated back, I think it was in the 60s, to Dimona, Israel. Now, although that wouldn't be my choice to go, but they repatriated and took maybe 50 or so people to Dimona, Israel. They did it quietly. They planted they're vegans. They're a vegan community. They learn how to plant their foods. They learn, they make their own clothing. They completely depend on just what they produce. They have their own businesses. They created their own schools, but they didn't shout it out. They didn't shout it out. They didn't shout out what we're doing on YouTube. This is what we're doing. We're doing this. They didn't shout it. They just went and did it.
That's right.
Now, after it was accomplished and they had spent many years there, then they start sharing with the world what they accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
But then they let those old white folks in. Yeah, they did. They let them in. Guess what? They deporting some of them.
Sure are.
We got to learn. We're going to have to learn.
Gonna learn today.
So from this point on, any of our videos, it ain't going to be revealing. And we're not trying to carry nobody else. I'm not trying to carry nobody else with me because many of the people that we brought with us have bit us. And probably wish we were not here. There's a comment.
Okay. Tara Joy, they actually went to Liberia first, then Dimona.
Okay, you're right. They did. They went to Liberia first, and then they went to Dimona. But you all, this movement in the beginning was just so exciting for us. We felt honored. We felt privileged to be able to be on the ground. You know, it's so many people who wish they could make it but can't.
Mm-hmm.
But we started connecting with awesome people here. You know, the forerunners, people who came before us. We started, you know, we met them and paid our respects to them.
Yeah.
Salam.
Shalom.
Paid our respects to them for paving the way, and we were so excited.
Mm-hmm.
So when you see us not as much, it's because it's been drained out of us a lot. We're still excited about the movement, but the hands-on part, you know, I'm just gonna be honest. It becomes a.
You find people aren't as appreciative as you would think they would be for the services and the things that you provide. It's almost like an entitlement type attitude versus gratefulness.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It is. And you know, I don't know. I've heard people say this over and over again, but it doesn't seem to help us. You know, we go into these white establishments and these Indian restaurants. We don't ask for no discount. We just pay.
Hmm.
And then when you come here and your brother has a fee, oh, they have a consultation fee. Oh, they have a fee for you to go see the land. Well, this ain't America. Gas is
$4.50 a gallon.
almost $5 a gallon. And these Gambians, a lot of them don't even have vehicles, and they have to pay for 1010s and things of that nature. You know, you can't expect, you know, people to do things for free. If they do, great. If they're able to, great.
My pocket's not that deep. I
No,
can't be running around
they're
town
not.
free.
They're not. Our pockets aren't. I wish they were, but they aren't. You know, but we have to change our perspective. We need to change our perspective so that the ones who are on the ground doing the work and are here for you are honest, are righteous people,
Now,
do not faint.
You said something then. You have the people that are honest, acting with integrity, can't pull up one receipt about anything negative, but yet the ones that get bashed. I haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah.
So Jamila Barkat said, keep your joy. This is Jamila that you met over the summer who introduced you to Dr. Ismail. She said,
Oh, thank
she
you.
said he really likes you all. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
yes. And we actually missed his not what you call it, when they announced him for election. For the election process.
Mhm.
Yeah, he told us the day of, and we were at work and we couldn't make it, but we wanted to really support him. But thank you for that connection, sis. When are you coming back? When you come back, we would like to start some talks regarding diasporan concerns with him, and we would definitely like you to be involved since you did introduce us to him.
Mhm.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, Amadi.
She said, you all have your unit. When I met you, you all family came. Yes, it was 3 generations of consciousness and power. You can blend with just anyone. Your unit is too strong. This is spiritual warfare.
Yes, yes. Who is that?
It is. Roger Lemon Blackman said his nomination.
Oh, yeah, his nomination. Yes, yes. Well, we missed it. So I felt so bad because he's been supportive of us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when Mama Land had their grand opening,
Yeah,
he showed up.
Mm-hmm.
He slipped out of there before we could get an interview with him, but he showed up.
Mm-hmm.
He came and talked to our group once, our Brothers Keeper group.
Mm-hmm.
He's just real, and then he did an interview with us. He's just been very, very gracious, and we're. I know he didn't do it for payback, but one day we're going to be able to extend the same graces to him. He's a really awesome guy,
Mm-hmm.
and we hope the best for him with his campaign.
Yes.
We pray that the Most High's will be done, and we pray if he is the right person, that the Most High will place him if he is the right person for the position of president.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Amadi, anything else before we end?
I don't have anything else.
I do have a question. As far as the time of our life, does anyone, I can't really tell how many people are here locally or how many are if you're abroad. What are you all's thoughts about the time for our lives? I would like to just get at least one or two people. I hope you all hear those waves. Those waves don't get old. They don't get old. Whenever I'm having a moment, this is where I retreat to. Okay, no comments about the live. Okay.
I guess we'll keep them about the same time.
Yeah. I think it's easier since. Okay, you all. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for your support. And anything else, Amadi?
I have nothing.
Okay, we do ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and continue to lift us up in prayers and send positive vibrations our way. Positive vibrations. That's what we need.
Absolutely.
Okay. Until next time.
Peace, family.